Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Carrie Dillon. We're joined by Jordan Haire, Dr. Jordan Haire, dentist.
Yep.
You just recently joined the practice, the ROC Dental Group here in Hilton Head.
Yes.
Main Street, right?
Yes.
Perfect. So why'd you move to the Lowcountry, and when did you move to the Lowcountry?
Yeah, so I moved back in the spring. I've always known that I wanted to live somewhere coastal or on the beach. And I have friends that live in Hilton Head and in Bluffton. And it kind of just made sense to me to move somewhere where I already had an inn versus moving to another coastal city where
Sure.
I didn't know anyone.
Now, had you been here before?
I had been visiting frequently.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Was this a vacation space for you first, and then you kind of felt it out that way, or was it pretty much just business decision?
First, it was vacation. And then along the way, I had met friends.
Yeah.
And after a while, it kind of made sense to make this my home.
Yeah, it's sort of one of those places that you just, I remember my first experience with Bluffton. I just was on Calhoun Street and, just looked up the street and I was like, I'm moving here. That's it. Like, this is where I belong.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, it's just fabulous. Now, where are you originally from?
So I was born and raised in Owensboro, Kentucky, which is a small town in western Kentucky. From there, I moved to Louisville, Kentucky, where I attended the University of Louisville for undergrad, and then continued on at the University of Louisville School of Dentistry.
Okay. What was the draw to dentistry for you?
So actually, my senior year of high school, I did an internship at my pediatric dentist I had grown up going to. And from there, that's where my initial spark of dentistry began. So then, like I said, I moved to Louisville, continued to shadow dentist in the Louisville area, and then my decision to be a dentist was solidified.
I gotcha.
Yes.
It's one of those callings, I guess. It's like it's sort of one of those things that you're either drawn to or just not. And I always find it fascinating, like what that draws. Is it like the shape of the teeth? Is it like the process of how they work? Like, give us a little. What is it about it?
A little bit of everything. Definitely the artistry of dentistry.
What do you mean by that?
Just, every tooth is kind of its own little sculpture, I guess.
Is that okay? Its own little canvas?
Yeah. Mixed with the science behind it all. But alongside those two things, one of the things that I love about being a dentist is just getting to know my patients. I love meeting new people, figuring out how we've both ended up living in Hilton Head.
Right. Everybody has a story.
Yes.
It's always, and it starts with the word you originally come from. And
Yep.
when you meet a local, it's like unicorn.
Yeah. Well, I've come to learn that there are basically two areas people move to Hilton Head from. It's either the northeast region of the United States or Ohio. So
It's the capital. It's the capital of Hilton Head is Ohio, so they're going to have to put that in the...
every now and then you'll get someone from Virginia or Texas, but
Yeah, capital of Hilton Head is
I've met a
Ohio.
few people from Louisville actually, so that's kind of cool.
Nice, when you have that kind of that home connection.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so you did your undergrad in Kentucky. You did your School of Dentistry in Kentucky. And so ROC Dental Group, you joined up with them.
Yes, I
All
did.
right, so tell us a little bit about that process. How did you guys meet and how did you all find each other?
Yeah, so when I moved down here to Hilton Head, I was actually, I had plans to work at another office off the island, but with COVID and the pandemic and the office shutdowns, those plans kind of fell through. But so I had gone back to Kentucky to visit my family, and then on my way back to Hilton Head, I got a random phone call from an 843 number. So I answered, and it was Dr. Matt at ROC Dental Group. And even from that very first conversation with him, I could tell that we got along, we really hit it off. We had the same perspectives and philosophies on dentistry. And right from the beginning, I knew that it was going to be a fit for me at ROC Dental Group.
Isn't that magical? There's been this whole thing about, how do you connect person to person when you're not in person?
Yeah.
And the use of Zoom and did you all do like face-to-face calls on camera calls?
Our first conversation was over the phone. And
I just called it camera calls. It's video call.
And then we did do a few Zoom calls, and then I was in the office touring, and then eventually I met everyone on the team, and everyone was super friendly. It just felt like you said, home away from home.
Yeah, like a perfect fit.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So now when you were studying, there was probably no even thought of something like this. I mean, this, no thought of it. So how has it changed your approach, because you're kind of fresh with it?
As far as
like taking it on, like the whole COVID situation, did you just all of a sudden have to take on like being able to see patients in a new way?
Yeah. So graduating during a pandemic was definitely not ideal. So from even comparing now back to like February before the pandemic happened, just with all the PPE, definitely there was a learning curve there. So we're wearing 2 types of masks, an N95 mask, a type 3 or level 3 mask on top of that, a surgical cap, a face shield, a gown, and obviously gloves and our eyewear. But
well, it's kind of good that you're getting into that so early, because that might be how we proceed forward from here.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we are so excited to meet you. Welcome to the Lowcountry, ROC Dental Group, Main Street. Give Dr. Haire a call, get in there, make an appointment. We always need a good dentist, and it's so great to have a great relationship with your dentist. It's so much fun. Look at it.
Thank you so much.
All right, good to have you. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.